Hi, welcome to Cruise Day Fun. My name is Joy and this is my husband Dan.
Hey! So today we're going to talk about our third day on Mariner of the Seas. So on this day we were in Nassau, a port we've been to many times, and this is an extra long day at Nassau. So we actually decided just to stay on the ship and to go around explore the upper decks. And you got a picture with the little life circle. And
there behind us was the Norwegian Sky.
Yeah, it was. There were a couple interesting ships next to us. Also, the Oceana, I think it was Riviera, was next to us, and that's a sister cruise line to Norwegian. And then next to it was, like you said, the Norwegian Sky, which, it's kind of fun to see the other cruise ships.
It was such a beautiful day, the blue sky.
Yeah, was a nice day. We've got really lucky on this cruise. There were a lot of nice days. Can't really see the whole art on the Norwegian Sky, but take our word for it. That's the Norwegian Sky there. So we wandered around the sports deck a little bit there, and there's an area where kids could climb around.
And next to that is our hammocks that you can sit in and swing around.
Yep, and I think I saw Joy back there a minute ago. And I wanted to head over and just check out the Flowrider. Neither one of us actually wanted to do the Flowrider, but we watched this guy in the light blue shirt here take a stab at it, and he did a really good job.
Yep, and it's fun watching them fall.
Well, I didn't see this guy fall. I didn't stick around long enough. He was doing a really good job.
Yeah, he looks like he was doing a great job.
Yeah.
Better than I would.
Yeah, a lot better than I would. So we're going to pass back through here. You can see they've got a lot of fun activity areas for, people of all ages. And like there's this hammocky thing you were talking about.
Well, the swing hammocky thing, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple different types of hammocky things, right? And of course, there's the rock climbing wall, not currently in use, but that's another fun thing you can do on a lot of these Royal Caribbean ships. And of course, they have the water slides. It's not near as impressive as the water slides on Coco Key.
Right,
Coco Cay.
Perfect day at Coco Cay.
Of course, perfect day at Coco Cay. We went through that yesterday on day 2. So for day 3, you could go to the water slides on the ship if you were on the ship, because I don't think Nassau has any water slides, not that I know of.
No, I don't know. Well, Nassau, Bahamas.
Oh, at the at Atlantic.
Right,
Atlantis. Right. Atlantis, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Wow. Not a very informative port video here for you, but we'll show you more of the ship.
And you can kind of see a ship coming in.
Yeah, there's a ship in the distance. If you didn't see it, it's too late.
I found this little duck.
Yep, it's a little game that people do on these ships, and this is the first time we actually found a duck, and you found a duck as we're headed back in, over there by the elevators. Yeah, really cool. So, as it happened, we were headed off to the arcade next, where that's where you usually go to buy one of those ducks, or to do the claw game where you get one of those ducks. But in this case, you didn't need to buy one because you got one for free. Right,
and this arcade was huge. It had, I would think, every possible game that you could imagine.
Yeah, they had quite an inventory of games, and I think you're right. I think this is probably the largest arcade we've seen on any of the ships we've been on thus far. But this is probably the biggest ship we've been on this far, so that kind of makes sense.
And if you're into games and you're at port, this is the time to go to the arcade if you want to.
Yeah, any busy area on the ship, any area that you just can't, it's too crowded, or you can't get a chance to use the whatever the resource is. Check it out when you're in port, because they tend to be a lot quieter then.
Right. Yep. There's the claw games that we walked by.
Yep. Oh, and there's the ducky game.
Yeah.
Plucky ducky, that's what it is.
So cute.
So then we headed to get some lunch, since the food wasn't available quite yet we did get some breakfast, right?
Right.
Then you got, I know this is yours food, because it's a real healthy plate.
Yep. I got a little curry, some naan bread. It was really good.
And who should we run into but Jay and Dee from Pero DJ?
Yeah, and they're so nice.
They are. And they happen to be on the sailing with us. We mentioned that in our day 2 video. Mm-hmm. They were doing a back-to-back sailing on Mariner of the Seas.
I know, that would have been fun.
Yeah. It was fun to get to meet them. Just sitting there eating lunch, and you see some people you're used to watching on YouTube. That was a pretty weird experience.
Yep.
But then we headed off to the... what did you say this is called? Viking Lounge. Right? And it's that glassed-in area that looks kind of like a flying saucer floating on the top of the ship. But it's a really cool little area that they use for
For receptions, or special events.
Weddings.
Or, exactly.
Dancing floor there. Looks like they got a big bar over here. Little too early in the afternoon here for them to actually have the bar going, I guess. But you can see it's got room for a lot of people. And
it's beautifully decorated.
Yeah. Yeah. So after this, we decided to go wander around outside a little more. And it looks like we're headed to Johnny Rockets, but we weren't looking for food at this point. We just wanted to kind of see what else we hadn't seen.
Exactly. We were so full from lunch. Oh.
Yeah. Yep, and up above here you can see the sky pad. If you peek through right here, just past it.
Right on the right.
Yep, we didn't go on the sky pad. It's, I think I would have hurt myself trying to jump on those trampolines. But coming up here, sure enough, is Johnny Rockets. And I like how they do the exterior here. The design just looks like an old diner that you'd see back on land, just like they do with the restaurants on land.
And it's nice to have outdoor seating, too.
Yeah, it's nicely done. And here's a peek at the menu here on the left. It shows you some of the different foods you can get there. You can pause it if you want to take a look at that. Different sandwiches and beverages.
Looks good. Yum.
Yeah, those do look delicious. And if you didn't get a chance to pause that menu, you can pause this one from the right-hand side because it's the exact same menu.
Look at that cheeseburger. It's tons of cheese.
Yeah, it's a lot. So then we headed back down to the Royal Promenade and decided to go explore a little bit more. Do you remember where we headed off to on this particular day?
I headed toward the room because I was really tired.
No, you didn't. Silly. You're thinking of a different day.
Oh. We went to the English pub.
Ah, that's right. The Bamboo Room, which we're just about to pass by here. We went to the next day because they weren't quite open yet.
So we checked out the English pub, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So coming up here is Barnacle and Barrel, I believe it's called. Mm-hmm. And there's you. You're not in the room, silly.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I forget.
Nicely decorated, and it was open, but it wasn't crowded at all. There were actually more people sitting outside than inside. But I grabbed a pint. I don't think they had any food, but we're going to give you several shots here of their very large, fairly worn out menu that we got. A lot of cocktail and beverage choices.
Yeah, wide variety too.
Yeah, so it had good atmosphere, and I'll say, like J&D pointed out in their videos, one thing that was kind of distracting with these different venues on the Royal Promenade is they'd have music that fit the interior for the theme of the bar, but then you'd hear the dance music from outside in the main promenade, and it was kind of not very relaxing. It was a little overwhelming, I thought. So from there, we headed back to the room for a little bit. I think that's the rest time you were thinking of.
Yep.
But and then after that, we headed on up to our second time specialty dining at Chop's Grill.
Exactly.
And we enjoyed it a lot on day 2, so we were really looking forward to it going back again on day 3.
Going through part of the
Windjammer to get there. Yep, that's right. And it's right in there with the Windjammer. Pause the screen. Pause. If you haven't seen the menu yet, you want to take a closer look. Here it is. And then we'll show you some of the food that we got to enjoy Chop's Grill on the second night. I don't know if...
There's your mushroom soup?
Mushroom soup, yep. I don't know if you remember what you had. I don't think we have a picture of it, but I think you might have just skipped it. I think
I passed because I was still full from lunch.
Yeah, but the mushroom soup was good. I don't think you were into it, but I really enjoyed it. And you got...
I tried Filet Mignon for the first time.
Well, second time, because you had it on when you first
right.
boarded. Yeah.
At the onboard
key lunch. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And here's your second Filet Mignon in your whole life. And how was it?
It was awesome. It was really good.
Yep.
It was just the right size.
And here's my 1,000,000th ribeye in my life. And this is a bone-in ribeye, just like I had the first night. Just the cut looks a little different, but it was tasty, just like the other night. Mm-hmm. And got it with some peppercorn sauce there, and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, but they do a steak well.
They do a good job there. Yeah.
Then my favorite dessert.
Yeah, you got to get the dessert. A fair number of choices. I don't think I got dessert on this night.
I think I did. I tried the warm chocolate cake.
Yeah, I think that's what you got. Let's take a look at that.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a melty cake.
Right. Like a dome cake with chocolate sauce poured on top. It was really good.
And you had berries and ice cream too. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I think I was full after this
with all the fruit.
Okay, good. Okay, so this, like I said, I think at the beginning, we were in Nassau for a longer period than we usually are. And we were there after dark. We didn't leave till 8 or 9. We were the last ship there, and gave us a really interesting view of the side of the ship and the pier down there with just
no pier runners.
Yeah, no pier runners, no activity going on at all. It was really interesting and very quiet and relaxing. I just sat out there on the balcony and just enjoyed that for a while.
Space.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that was Nassau, and yeah, it was a pretty good day. We didn't get off the ship like we said, but we enjoyed it.
Give us a thumbs up if you like this video,
and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Okay. Thanks for watching.
Bye.